Greetings, Starfighters. A little later than I planned, but here we are at the Season 5 wrap-up for Shameless Cashgrab, covering the Mobster movie set. There's a joke that goes around film Twitter from time to time. The joke goes that it is incredibly easy to rank the Pierce Brosnan era Bond films from best to worst because all you gotta do is list them in the order they came out. Similarly, this is going to be the easiest, by far, ranking I have ever done for this show, because to go from worst to best, all I gotta do is list the movies in the order they are on the set. Now, to be fair, we have an auspicious occasion, because for the first time ever, the worst movie of the set is actually not bad. It's not great, as I'll get into in a second, but before we start off, big thanks to old friend from the former Channel Awesome fandom, Titania Bird, for providing the countdown voice this season. And of course, a reminder, at the end of the episode, I will be announcing the set for Season 6 in my usual humorous fashion. Well, humorous to me anyway. So, let's go ahead and do this, since it's only 4 movies, ranking from worst to best the movies of Season 5.
Number 4. Babyface Morgan.
There's really only 2 problems to speak of with regards to Babyface Morgan. The ending, the last 10 minutes in particular, kind of a mess. And also, the main character, he's really not as likable as the filmmakers clearly want us to see him as. But despite that, it's still enjoyable enough. I would certainly never tell anyone to avoid this movie like I would with the worst films of the previous sets. I mean, it's, by a wide margin, it is better than Streets of Blood, or The Vampire Happening, or My Mom's a Werewolf, or The Beach Girls. Just hands down. In fact, I'll be honest, I will be shocked if we ever get another worst of set movie that is as good as this one is.
Number 3. Boss of Big Town.
Boss of Big Town's fine. I got nothing particularly bad to say about it. Honestly, most of the problems I had while watching it came not from the film itself, but from the transfer. I don't know if they maybe just couldn't get their hands on a cleaner copy, or if there was just a lack of effort on the part of the company that produced the DVD. But, it's any flaws that can't be attributed to the transfer can be just attributed to the limits of the technology and also of the writing conventions of the time. So, yeah, you could definitely do worse than Boss of Big Town for a mob movie.
Number 2. Gangs, Inc.
Gangs, Inc. Solid movie. I think if I have to knock at anything, it's that it sort of seems to kind of lose track of its own plot in the middle there. A little too much attention is given to a character who really doesn't do much except at the very end, and not helped by the fact that even though he doesn't really do that much except at the very end, he's featured prominently on the poster. But, it's, again, I know I'm using this word a lot this season and in this episode, but it's enjoyable.
Number 1. Lady Gangster.
Lady Gangster is basically Gangs Inc., just better. All around better. Not just the film itself, but this is another case. I mentioned the problems I had with the transfer of Boss of Big Town earlier. Lady Gangster is probably by far the cleanest transfer on this DVD. I mean, one would almost think that the people making this DVD actually cared about that movie, but didn't particularly care about the other 3 and just slapped them on. I mean, I'm probably wrong about that. I mean, let's face it, me reading too much into things is not exactly a new phenomenon. But would I put this up against other best of movies from this show? That's actually hard to say, because at least one of the best in set movies is a so bad it's good movie. And then the best movie of of just last season was mostly just okay. So I don't know if I can really fairly compare. But, if you do only want to watch one of the movies from this season, and you can find it on one of these services like Mubi or Pluto TV or even just a rip on YouTube, I would definitely say go with this one, because I mean, like I said, it's sort of like Gangs Inc., just better, and even with a happier ending. Although the happy ending doesn't necessarily make it better, but it does help that the happy ending doesn't feel entirely forced. As I said in a previous episode this season, a happy ending or a sad ending is fine as long as it doesn't feel like it was put in there, to appease a focus group. So, there you have it. The end of season 5, and also the end of all this black and white stuff. I'm filming this kind of late. I'm not super big on the lighting setup here, but hopefully the color portion of the video will look okay. I'm sure that transition was completely seamless. So, that's it for season 5. Time to do season 6. Now, copyright bots being what they are, I can't really introduce the season 6 set the way I wanted to without getting slammed for copyright for using music from a certain movie, but, well, let me put it to you this way. Yeah, I'm still gonna get flagged for this. Who am I kidding? But shark movies. Now, I'll be honest with you, I'm not the biggest fan of shark movies. I especially don't like how Jaws effectively has contributed to so many species of shark ending up, and so many species of shark ending up on the endangered species list. Something that before he died, Peter eventually did a lot of work on. In fact, I believe he has said on the record that if he'd known what Jaws would lead to, he would have never written it. So I'm going to try to kind of make up for this a little bit. Next season, I'll include a segment in each episode with a cool shark fact. But you may be wondering, given my general stance on shark movies, why I chose this set. Well, I'll be honest with you, the title of one of these movies is what sold me. And since I took a DNA test and I am 100% that asshole, this is how I'm going to tell you what the title of one of the movies, a future episode, not the first episode, but a future episode of season 6 is called. Zombie shark doo 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 doo, zombie shark doo 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 doo, zombie shark doo 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 doo, zombie shark. Zombie shark doo 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 doo, zombie shark doo 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 doo, zombie shark doo 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 doo, zombie shark. Zombie shark doo 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 doo, zombie shark doo 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 doo, zombie shark doo 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 doo, zombie shark.